The beats, the flow, the rhythm. All movement starts from the streets. Streets A&R Podcast.
Nigga, I just seen you Saturday. Nigga, I just seen you Saturday.
I missed this. I missed y'all in this.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Missed
sir.
the young guy, period.
Man, shout out to the young God.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, the youngins couldn't make it, man. They'd enjoyed it too. We fucked around and had a build session. Give a damn about no pictures, but I do.
Yeah, nice little build section.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's always needed too, man. I think that's one of them things that kind of, you know, especially as men, camaraderie is important. Like having somebody you can speak to, having somebody you can build with, that's important, man.
Yeah. I always like, you know, when some shit is starting to the energy is going around, because niggas automatically make a circle. That's how you know it's natural, bro. The circle of life and the Lion King, that shit real. Everything's in the circle in waves. And we can go deep on that shit about which way it flows based on if you sending the message up or receiving the message. But yeah, man, everything's in circle. Every time you cipher, that's why every rap cipher is in a circle. If it ain't in a circle, shit, get out. Shit ain't flowing right. All them niggas trash. But we back. Shit. It feel like a long time. I told you it feel like a long, but it feel like a long.
Hey, 2 weeks is a long time.
Man.
Shit.
I ain't gonna say it wasn't needed though.
Yeah.
But it felt like forever. And we still handling business.
Yeah.
We got some good shit on the horizon, young guy. We ain't even told you about.
Man, we working.
We working. We ain't gonna tell them because it's gonna be past time. But yeah, man, shit. Hey, the pod's here. One day we gonna get a cool intro where we say the same thing every time and throw some drops in. But suck my dick.
DJ Morton, this is NV DJ Angela Yee here at the Breakfast Club. Yeah, we gotta get something down, get a little standard intro.
Ooh, ice and ish.
Hey, is that one of the drops?
Joe Budden is.
Okay.
It's nasty. They shit nasty.
I thought that was Ty the Poet.
Oh no, she needs to get in the
Ooh, E. Drop that shit at Jiki or something, whatever she was
You
saying.
got them real wet out there. What? I do? When y'all actually hear my drops, y'all gonna be like, that's nasty. But I'm my shit stand. We working on the young guy drop. I talked to the man himself, the Oracle. I talked to him. He said he got you.
Okay. That's the young guy right there.
It's coming. Y'all gonna hear the original version of that.
Man.
It's whoo. I might say put a little reverb on it. Make that shit echo at the end right on that right there.
That's the young guy right there. That's the young guy right there.
With a lightning bolt like Zeus in the background.
I can hear the thunder too. I can hear the thunder when he said right there. Thunder crack.
I think Johnny just my hi, I'm Johnny. Hey,
Shit, hey, I got my own drop. It's JONKNOGOO out of D. Shit, we out here.
Drop.
We
nigga,
out
that's
here.
A long way to spell your name.
We out here.
Nigga, that's a lyric.
That's my drop. That's how I introduce myself. It's your boy, Johnny. See, I can't even spell it right now. You done fucked me up.
Hi, I'm Johnny.
Yeah.
Everybody want to be special with their drops. As long as we'll
Shit, you set the stage. You had a whole sex worker do your shit. She's a phone sex operator.
Man,
She could read my eulogy at my funeral and I'll be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, voice is magical.
gonna bring you back to life.
Bring me right back.
Listen, I'm a pimp ass.
Shit, I hold up. The light ain't all the way finished shining. I got time. Shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come right back.
Little tingle. I felt a little tingle somewhere. Shit, I'm pimp ass out for these records. Stop playing in a good way. We split the money correctly. But man, it's good to be back. Shit, I hope y'all missed us, including my ghost followers.
Man, shit, they out here. They just ain't hit the subscribe yet. They watching every move you do though.
I know, but they ain't gonna hit the subscribe. That's why they ghost. They like translucent. They go right through the button. Don't hit shit.
But they gonna follow every time that episode drop.
They following though. Yeah, I see a little remnants around. I see it. We see it. Little spectacles on the internet and shit.
Shit, that ain't nothing new though. I mean, honestly, man, been influencing thought, man. Been influencing behavior, and I think that's what people do. They imitate. Imitation is a form of flattery. Highest form.
Yeah, it's A form. That shit'll get on your nerves still.
Yes, sir.
Especially when you messing it up, ain't doing it right. It's one thing, not even just doing it to the best of your ability. Like, that's disrespectful as hell. Nigga, don't copy me and be doo-doo, nigga. Like for real, like, nigga, that'll get me heated. Like, bro, you dragging this shit through the mud. So now the next person that sees that thinks that all things are like that. That's the whole conversation that's going around with men, blah, de blah. Oh, he like shit, so you ain't shit. No, they ain't shit. We are the shit. Ain't and are two different things. So it's just crazy. And we ain't, you know, the numbers don't support what we saying, but trust and believe this, where we live at, this shit is very evident. We trying to break through a space. We trying to not even break through a space. We trying to break a space into the rest of the U.S. and the world in general, what our mission and what we own. And everybody ain't rocking, bro. We see, I think we touched on it a little bit some episodes ago on, you know, the culture and shit, but now we getting into the weeds. And I told y'all, we gonna ride, we gonna let y'all in on what the fuck, how we building and what we doing, how we moving. But everybody ain't for you when they ask you how you doing. And I know why people just say I'm good.
That part. Shit, I ain't about to give you nothing to talk about.
Man, that's a protective factor. To protect your soul and your sanity, your sanctity and your sanity from some of these damn vampires. Because that's all they are. They'll suck the life out of your ass if you let them bite you. But damn, man, like, this shit, it get real. Niggas just be stealing. I just
stealing.
Just stealing.
Just stealing.
Fuck the flattery. Niggas be stealing. Won't cut you in on it, won't ask you. And you ain't got to ask permission. That's not what I'm saying. But for me to not even know, or somebody to not know and then find out when it wasn't present before, all right, good luck. Good luck, nigga. The original is always going to be what it's going to be. Everything is borrowed. Even some of the shit I come up with is borrowed from something else. I just know there's a gap missing in the market. It's a gap in the market, blood.
Sniper streaming on all digital platforms.
Man, but it's pretty ill out here, and being in a place like Omaha, and we've had these conversations. And my brother Leo, I bring it up all the time. When my brother Leo told me that one time, he said, "Do y'all understand?" So I had to sit back and realize that Omaha has a whole week dedicated to people who had to leave to go make it because they couldn't make it here. It's not that it's a lack of talent or even a lack of effort. This is a very suffocating place from things in our control and outside of our control. Things within our community, from the mentality that we have about folks who here and the people who are in positions to kind of keep the money and keep things a certain way. It come from all sides. We could get out of it. We can deal with the outside influences if we was working together. We was together on some shit, but we can't do that right. Like, it's crazy, man.
Why you think that Omaha got such a culture like that, man, where it's kind of competition mindset as opposed to collaboration and healthy competition?
Yeah. I don't even say it's competition mindset because it's like we talk, you know, though, there's crabs in a bucket, but if people realize the crabs weren't supposed to be in the bucket, we probably do better.
That part.
Because when I think competition, I say we should be competing like college teammates. Meaning, even if it's for a finite amount of time, I am still trying to get your spot, but I also know that me getting better and making sure you get better is better for the entire unit, the entire team.
That part.
Even though I'm trying to take your spot, I can't sacrifice you or do something detrimental because that's going to hurt the team. That's how we're supposed to compete. We compete like we warring countries. I don't care as long as I'm on top. And that's the detriment out here. And as to why we are, I can't put my finger on it. Sometimes I don't try to rack my brain on the why. I just know what is. I know I need to understand how it's functioning. But I think, well, shit, part of the why is niggas is passing out rations. So niggas organ trailing us. So let's say you good. They'll give you a little spotlight, only you. Everybody coming after that little crumbs instead of them seeing that you came from where all these people came from. Maybe we can just pass this shit around. They only gonna give it to one person, which means only one type of person or one type of artist or one type of group is gonna get this gig. No, I can't have all of y'all. Maybe you can come. They single you out, and when they single you out, other people get jealous because that they didn't get singled out, and then they come after your shit. It's like scarcity mindset, but with the understanding that it's actually a scarcity in resources. Not that they don't have, but how they give it. How the individuals who have it give it. Shit, you know, we in Omaha, bro. We've had venues tell us, hey, we can't have no hip hop shows.
Yep.
For shit that didn't happen inside the venue. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I definitely know what you're talking about.
So so then what do? If we ain't got our own, we ain't got nowhere else to go. Now they'll bring in certain type of artists. We went to a show. It's only certain types. So now they the ones calling the shots on what's acceptable and what ain't. And here we go into the politics and the art shit again. So we just in a crazy place, and instead of understanding that and it ain't about liking nobody. It's about understanding the bigger picture. Nigga, if y'all pop, we gonna pop because the spotlight's here, so let's make this light shine bright as hell. I ain't never got to talk to you, but I ain't gonna get in your way.
I will say, though, that I think that that there's some younger artists and some newer artists that's kind of getting that. They might not necessarily be young, but they newer. And so, like, I seen Lane Gang and I seen that Original Shotta had recently did an interview, you know, and they talked about that. And I honestly feel like with either one of those blowing, there's about 4 or 5 other rappers in that lane that'll all take off, all from either one of them two going. And I think that that's the type of stuff that we need is more collaborative efforts, but not seeing the competition amongst each other. Like your peer group is literally supposed to be there for you to collaborate.
Right. And we've seen it similar from some people here doing shows. Again, my boy Coro putting them shows on. He had some hitters on them lineups.
Man, shout out to Coro.
Yeah, and I'm still seeing some of them. They making waves. They getting their way up. I done talked about SR.
I just seen that new little video thing he dropped.
Yep. And I see Lil Rello back out. My nigga said I'm off probation. I'm talking my shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing these are people I done DJ for when they was young pups in this, getting their stripes. Now they doing big shit. They flying out, doing what they got to do. And I'm hoping that when they went to those shows with Coro's putting on, they keep that mindset of it's gonna take all us to get this place to go to where we ain't gotta necessarily dip and then have to almost start over when you leave. Everybody goes to LA and Atlanta, bro. So you don't want to have to do that, and you want to bring the attention to your place because now you can put everybody on. Everybody eats more when it's at home.
That part, but I think it's just everybody been making waves individually. You know, you got your Quesos, you got your Screwface, you got your King Isos. I see Ching just, you know, she been making waves. Yep. So like you got your individuals who making waves, and that's not to, you know, we got to give some shout out to the people like Lon Measy. You get what I'm saying? We got to give a shout out to the people like Player D. We got to give a shout out to Trump Tight, you know, and Smoking Doja. You know what I'm saying? Doja Mackin. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's two. Man, T-O-O. Take a picture of me, T-O-O-T. I was in the 3rd grade. I was in the 3rd grade when he came and dropped that actual tape.
Yeah.
A physical tape, a cassette. He came and dropped the cassette off. Bruh, you know what I'm saying, when I was at the Boys and Girls Club. So shout out to Toot.
Yeah, Toot gonna have to come by.
Yeah.
His page got hacked too. I had to hit him, man. I was like, Toot, somebody on here your page asking me for money. Like, that ain't you because you got my number and you ain't never asked me. Nigga, you ain't asked me. Nigga, I'm gonna ask you for some money.
Shit. What'd he do?
But man, it's it's seeing that, and it's always like that glimmer of hope. But somebody got to force the goddamn hand. So it's like now for me, I'm gonna work with some of the artists that I know I want to work with, and I need to reach out, have that conversation with Coro, and be like, Coro, we got to get back on it. We got to get you back on it. I don't want to do what you did, but I want you to do what you do. So how can we help you do what you do?
And I think Coro got some things working on, man. He organizing for Juneteenth and stuff like that. So don't sleep on Coro, but definitely we got to keep it consistent and steady. So it's like a showcase.
Yeah, and it's making sure that he sees the value and the vision that we know of what he doing. Like, I don't know if you know what you're doing fully, but keep doing that shit. And we here to help with you doing that. I'm not finna step on your toes. I can do my own shows. It ain't gonna be like that. You got a very specific thing that you're doing. How can I support? That's what I was doing when I was DJing for him. I'm cracking them over the head for no money. It wasn't even about that. I got all these niggas old shit, bro, that rock in with my tables, bro. So it's like it's just that actual support and building that network and people knowing like, no, I really rock with you, bro. Like, let's make sure you good. Let's make sure you can do what you do. You know, we reached out trying to do an event. You know, the vid out here dancing on everybody, but and so we may not be able to do that one, but it's reaching out. Like, I know you do these things. I could do it. We could do it. Literally could do it.
Could do it.
But if you in that, how can we support you in doing that? And let's see if there's something we want to look at further after we do it.
And this is a perfect time to give a shout out to somebody that asked me why I never gave him a shout out. Man, shout out to Elijah, man. Even people like her doing what she do with the listening parties. Like, I think that's something we got to support. And then finding a way to make the listening parties local.
Yeah, and I think it's just getting the legs. It's not only just showing up, but that's somebody who's asked me and talked to me. I'm like, yeah, I'm with it. Do that. That's something I want to do. But since you're doing it, do it. You got it first. I'll spin the records for you if you want me to. And you can figure out how you want to actually make it happen if you want to do full, you know what I'm saying? Get into the logistics of it. But since you're doing that, I'm going to let you do it. I can always collaborate in some way without taking it. Because I also know that collaboration, the one thing I know about grant writing, as long as you did something, your name on that bitch, that count as yours too.
That part.
So I'm already winning just by being affiliated if I get affiliated. So I might as well make your shit pop. That's how I see it. If I'm gonna work, let's make it go. And like you said, is tapping back into the locals, which I can spin off of that with bringing some artists. You get what I'm saying? So
should take it wherever.
And this is somebody who's also who's done a show, put together a show, got hated on, put together a show. And is trying to get into that space too a little bit, has talked to me directly. And I'm figuring it out too, but what's up? Let's figure it out. And I got some connects, but we working it out. We just talked about trying to do some stuff at the venue at the Slow Down I know they got an artist coming that I really rock with. All I got to do is email the head man and be like, yo, if I contact this person, it's cool for us to link up with them at the show so they ain't got to leave. Can we do it? They got space. They got rooms. They might let us do it. That's simple. So it's leveraging and also, letting people rock in their lane and supporting them where they need support. It only makes you look better.
That part.
Like, people think you got to be the sole ownership. This is a trivial problem in our community. You don't got to be the owner.
That part. And I think that's shit. Whenever anybody asks me as far as my business, I ain't gonna speak on my business now because this ain't about that. But when they ask me what do, I say I help people win. It's literally that simple.
I've witnessed that. I was like, all right, because I don't want to answer for him. If I did, I'm just gonna say a couple little things. I can't really sum it up.
Right.
So hey, what he said. That part. And the people who feel his energy when he say that will latch on and rock with him. Like, okay, he got to be serious. To say an answer like that instead of trying to define yourself in a little bitty ass tiny box. And we are definitely in that time and era. Nigga, I don't even know what to call myself no more. I don't call I am not anything anymore. I just do things.
That part.
Like, you a DJ? No, I DJ though.
And I think that's a part of. I think what you hitting on is even deeper than that. Your identity is not what you do.
Not at all. in a time and space where everybody's trying to define their identity, I have found my identity in not trying to define it with the shit that I am good at or do. I'm separating me from the things that I do. I just do these things. I don't even know how to tell you who the fuck I am no more. Hey, who are you? Shit, watch me.
And I think that that's deep too, because it kind of remind me of that movie Soul. How the dude was a jazz player, and the whole time he would go and interact with his barber. He would go get these haircuts, and he never had no meaningful conversations with his barber, but he thought from his experience he knew who his barber was.
Didn't know nothing.
Didn't know nothing about him. Didn't know why he even started picking up the clippers in the first place. He had a failed dream. So in his mind, he thinking this man was born to be a barber, but in this man's mind, he was born to be something else.
Yeah.
And I think that that's the importance of seeing people for who they are and not what role they serve.
Right. We're only servants if we actually serve. So it's man. I don't even know how we got on that, but I'm telling you, man, I'm wanting and I'm watching. Let's say we talking about music. I'm watching the industry and how they moving now, and I'm still seeing a lack of lateral collaborations. My nigga, if y'all in the same boat, get your voice together and make it go. Figure this out. Stop looking for the big wig to come scoop you.
That part.
It should be more artists just touring. I know you got this crowd, you dope. I got this crowd. Why don't we tour together? Get a sprinter. Keep the cost low, make it work. And now your crowd who might not have known me, now they know me. Now we done linked up. Now I done doubled my crowd and my support. And every city that I touch, I've seen a few artists. Shout out Reason, because he was doing this. He would say, who's the dope people in y'all city? This is where we going. Submit videos so you can try to get on the show. So even, I don't know what he did with all the submissions, but think about what he could do with all the submissions. He has a database of local talent. I'm putting local. Wherever that city was, talent. That could be the next big thing. At his fingertips, because they submitted all these videos. I'm like, no, that's cold. Just watch Mickey Fax do a whole freestyle competition. Now he just got a database of artists that even if they didn't win, let's say he won, like, hey man, what's up? I'm trying to do this video. You trying to get on this track? He could be throwing them a bone, and in turn, they could be breaking him into a whole nother section in the country of where he wasn't popping at. You get what I'm saying? So I'm watching like how this people starting to figure out, okay, how can I be creative using my platform, my leverage, to then leverage myself into some other things, some other markets.
That part. And then what I'm also seeing too is the fact that people not being afraid to leverage their platform and allow you to be on a platform. Like it was one of those things where like people kind of safeguarded their platforms, and which you should rightfully do. You know, reputation is something you should guard with your life. You know, the conduct of a lifetime can be determined within an hour. So that's definitely something to always be mindful of. But that platform was given to you. It's not yours.
Right. The people gave it. The people put you in the position. They put you in the power. Even if you have the idea,
that part,
it ain't nothing mine. I could be the best DJ, but if I'm at home, I'm at home. So now, am I the best? Just because I got skills or whatever, I hadn't branched out. Nobody is clinging on to me. I haven't affected anybody. You know what I'm saying? I need to be like the virus, get infect everybody. I just hope that my shit is a cure and not a deterrent. So, you know, it's getting out there and using the different things of different people. We know so much as individuals, bro. We and I ain't saying me and you. I'm saying people. People really, I think we underestimate ourselves all day on what we know how to move. We compartmentalize. They tell us to compartmentalize so much that we miss the overarching lessons and don't apply them everywhere they need to be applied. It's so many things you could probably apply from your child having a baby, learning patience, learning how to adjust, and then you'll say, I'm not adaptable. You got a whole baby. You the most adaptable person in the world right now, because you have to be. Apply it in your other disciplines. So it's, and I don't know what's shit, the whole industrial complex with school and factory workers. Everything's still about a factory. Teaching us tech so we can be in a tech factory. Everything's still about being on a schedule. Somebody working for somebody. They need you to be somewhat roboticized to be able to function. Because if they knew if they knew that you knew you was great, you'd be out of there in a heartbeat, or at least trying.
It's funny you saying that. It kind of remind me of the movie Divergent.
Yeah. Great concept, and they shitted the movie on the last couple.
I didn't even see the last couple. I just know the concept.
The concept is amazing. And I don't know. Do there people know what? I don't know if our people know about Divergent. If we keep it in the bean.
Okay.
Go ahead. Tell them.
You tell them. You could tell them about Divergent.
Divergent is a movie based on a society that was built by basically the lawmaking and smart people, and they decided to section off and assign people based on their skill sets into what they call factions, which means if you're smart, you're a smart person, you belong to this faction. If you're a warrior, you go to the military, you're in this faction. If you are a loving person, you're in this faction. If you are a person who always tells the truth, can't lie, you're in the cantors, you're in this faction. And then there's always these people that come up they call divergent, which is the ability to possess all of these things necessary to truly be a full human and to bring out full humanity. And that's the purpose of it. They were actually trying to kill off the people who had substances from all, and some people who were full divergent, which basically means you know when and where to enact what. Which means you know that you need to be educated. You know when to talk that talk. You know that when the wrong person stepped in you can't, and that conflict can't be solved. You know when you got to get in the mud and get dirty. You know when you're supposed to tell this full out truth and when it save you, and you know when you got to show compassion. And it makes us full humans. But even like today, we're sectioning off. People are getting put into factions as we speak. We to the point we do it ourselves. Oh man, I was gonna get us counsel. Oh shit, what's your pronoun? I was gonna get us counsel. But damn, it's like, bro, we just alive. Like I'm able to think. I'm able to do. This is why it's suggested that you study something. It's suggested that you get in some physical shape, in some form of martial arts, some form of combat, some type of training. Even if your training came from the streets, you got to be able to be. You need to be in a place where you have to be accountable, so you're telling the truth. You got to be in a place where you can show love, like having a child. You got to be compassionate. These things can bring out, but don't let the world compartmentalize you, and that's what we're doing, and that's our greatest destruction, because we're gonna get sectioned off, and the more you can section people off, the more you can tell them to hate the other group for what they got and what they don't got. The more you can bang on these for not having. The more they can control you. Because the people who can think about it all will tell you this don't make sense. And that's the movie. The series had a great potential. This ain't a movie review. But it's just the concept. And I saw it, I said, I love this concept. My goodness. It's all relative. I wish we could stay on movies just for a second. Because The Matrix, I think it almost might no longer be symbolic. So with Meta and these goggles, and I think Vince asked this question. I swear to God, I thought about this. I said, what if you die in the metaverse? If you die in the metaverse and your brain thinks you're dead, does your natural body die?
That's powerful.
And this is a real question, and I'm scared of the answer because I don't want to know.
Nah, that's powerful because even in just observing behavior, the same areas of the brain light up as if a person that observed the behavior performed the behavior. So we literally get traumatized by watching reenactments of shit. So it's like if monkeys can have certain parts of their brains light up by seeing their mates and their peoples do certain things, it's like we have to always be cognizant of what it is that we're seeing. What are we watching? What is it that we downloading into our program?
What are you digesting? And it's shit. You can go literal food, and you can go everything what you consume, and it's crazy, bro. I literally had a mini just poking fun and conversation. I was at the gym and somebody had to leave. They had their phone hooked up to the speakers. Like, Eric, why don't you get on there? You a whole DJ. I said, first of all, I get paid to DJ. And I said, second, I said, I am not about the destruction of my people, especially today.
On MLK Day.
But I just, I'm poking fun, but I also know what they want to. I'm like, I don't need y'all talking to me about the music selection. I don't need y'all, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I'm finna be out here on preachy shit. I just not finna be talking about playing a bunch of the dumb shit all the time. Like, yo, that's what we play all the time. I'm cool, it's whatever. But y'all don't want me on the aux. Let me be in peace. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes.
Shit, we want you on the ox.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So, we got some digital things coming up. We got some shit coming up. Like we said, we ain't gonna speak on everything we got going, but by the time it drop, it'd have been in past. But I think that what you do, you create and curate spaces. And the ability to make space for other people to have fun is an underappreciated gift, bro. You have a talent and a gift for creating. I don't like the word safe spaces. I like the word open spaces, where you're open to be your goddamn self. What's safe for you might not be safe for me and vice versa. Right. But I love the fact that you curate and you create safe environments and open environments for people to be themselves.
Bro, because we all need a release. And nowadays, this shit don't let you release. The shit have you tense up in the club. I'm like, God dang. Man, this nigga talking about shit. I'm finna, fuck. I gotta be on my guard. Because I'm literally watching niggas watch me like, hold on. Hey, DJ, chill out. Hey, play some booty shake, some shit. I don't know. Like, it'd be crazy, but it's about the flow of energy. It's about connecting, man, and we just are not trying to connect no more. I don't even know if we want to go off into that, but we kind of there. But it's like, as people, we gotta want to have a genuine connection with the next person to where I don't have to care about you to care for you in the moment. Not letting some shit happen just in front of me, not stepping in. Like, I don't know them nigga. Well, like, what shit? Somebody know him. Like, that don't mean you got to let all things fly. And that don't mean put yourself in serious harm's way all the time. But there's always some type of way to intervene, distract, or something. So we don't use our tools. We're losing humanity. Again, as more that we section the hell off, the more fuckery they can pull on us. The more things that can happen. We in a dangerous space.
Very dangerous. And I mean, everybody's so distracted. Like, literally, you have distractions pop up. I mean, we speak on this right now. This is to my brothers over there in the UK. Be mindful of the laws that they are over there voting on right now. There are laws that they are passing because of the Black Lives Matter movement, in which if you tie yourself to anything or obstruct to anything, you can be in prison for 51 weeks. You get what I'm saying? They're making it illegal to protest over in the UK. And they're actually making it a pass where they can strip your citizenship without warning you. So I think, like, as these type of things keep on happening, we as a people have to be collectively aware. Because justice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Shout out to Dr. King.
Yes, sir. All it takes is one example, good or bad, and it can infect. It take one example. I was watching... getting my hair done, watching Good Morning America, I think, and dude was talking about the voting rights bill that they're trying to pass. And I'm like, time out. It's 2022. Why are we trying to pass a voting rights bill? But then when you read the things they're trying to pass, like, this ain't even shit that should be having to get voted on.
That part.
How is this even? And it's like, where are we? Because the things y'all preach to us during Black History Month to be proud of is the same shit we're literally fighting for right now. So where is our progress? I wish we would get out of we made progress. Stop it. Let's say we didn't make progress so we can start to work on some shit. Maybe we'll take this shit a little more serious. Instead of saying, look where we've come from. No, we ain't went nowhere. So now let's focus on the things so we can get somewhere. Like, it's all perspective. Like, the more it's like, big man, you good. And you a great singer. You a great singer. Take your ass to American Idol. You fucking trash. Perspective. You've been letting them boost you up, man. Sometimes let's get a dose of reality. Come on back down to earth. Do a real assessment of the situation. And though we may be free, whatever the fuck that means, whatever that means, y'all. we can do something about these things collectively. There's collective bargaining agreements are
collectively, but it's direct. It doesn't line up with the values of the capitalistic system of America. You get what I'm saying? That individual nature, that collectiveness. One thing that really stood out to me, and it's Dr. Martin Luther King Day, so I'm gonna keep on speaking on it because I feel like they whitewash his image and they feed him this image of him like they didn't not like him in his day. Mm-hmm. And one thing that he said when he was talking about back in 1968, he was talking about black people as a collection and not looking at it as a unit, but collectively we had the 10th largest GDP. And at that time, collectively, we as black people produced 30 billion. I think it's closer to 1 trillion now, what we have collectively. But the moment that we stop thinking in terms of individualities and start thinking of ourselves as cities, as states, as nations, as a people, then we'll have some true economic power behind us.
But we can't even agree on a name, Johnny.
That part.
And this is what Malcolm was fighting for when he went to the UN and people didn't understand what he was doing. This is what my brother in California, when he was talking about trying to get Ebonics as a language, was doing. And people, our own people shoot it down, don't understand. We can't even get no national help because we don't have a nationhood.
That part.
So it's I know we in that shit. Fuck it. It's that, because this all ties together. This is why we in the situations we in. This is why we all artists are signed to 3 companies. There's only 3. You get what I'm saying? And then there's subsidiaries, smaller companies that do the other bidding and shit. There's 3 companies in media. That's it. And that's in the United States, and they do a lot globally too, minus the Chinese and a couple Brit. You get what I'm saying? So it's we got to start to really look at what we got and use the tools that we have received accordingly. Everything, what we doing now is a tool, bro. This is just a tool. It's not our platform. It's not our life. It's a tool to be able to do the things that we need and want to do, and to ensure not only survival, but to thrive and eventually. This is a tool, bro. All of it is a tool. And until we recognize that, bro, we gonna be in the same shit. This is why niggas on platforms and podcasts going at the black men done had a couple months, boy. Luckily, it's been some warring. Luckily, it has been some warring where it needs to be. Some checks and balances. But everybody ain't supposed to be talking. And they don't understand.
Shit, everybody ain't supposed to be doing, Mike Todd.
Man. And it's like, the thing with the TV channels is those things are scripted. Those things we know are fictional. Even though they call it reality TV, the biggest experiment ever conducted on the United States psyche. The biggest experiment was reality TV, calling it reality TV. And they succeeded. Back when real world, all that shit succeeded, bro. But those things are scripted. When we play those characters out in real life, real time pods and all that shit, we got real world ramifications. That shit don't fly.
Yes, sir.
You can't pull that Real Housewives of shit in real life.
Yes, sir.
A nigga will knock down your door, literally. Somebody will pull a pistol on you. And if you ain't careful, you will get set up. You will get set up. So we need to understand that, especially as men, because we handle conflict very differently. And we know that we supposed to be about our word. And we know that there's always a chance of violence. That's what keeps us in checks and balance. That's our check and balance. That's the only power construct in the world. Money is not a real one. Because one-on-one in the room is about who gonna walk out that hole.
Right. Mike is right.
You know what I'm saying? So we need to get back on. We gotta be responsible. Don't mean you can't have no fun. We all like to have some fun. Some vices is okay. Just tamper that shit down. But it's like, it ain't just vices, it's just the ability to do some things and to have some freedoms and to be a little carefree. We just don't have very many spaces to be carefree. That part. We gotta care. You can be carefree in the club. Nigga, what club you go to? I can't be carefree in the club.
Get slept.
I'm still fine looking for a place other than what I curate. Them the closest ones. And then I still got to make sure I got security because I don't know what everybody else on. Mm-hmm. You got to protect it. I got to protect the people. So it's, we are in a space where we need to find the people to like I won't even say like-minded, like gold. What's your goals? What are you trying to achieve? Let's figure something out. You know what I'm saying? I just need to know your overarching. I'm not even going to tell you which way to go. One of the best pictures I ever seen was when Malcolm and Martin met.
Yes, sir.
And for some reason, the world thought they was going to have conflict. They was the happiest. It was my nigga.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
They was working on some things, man. That's what they was working on some things right before Malcolm got, assassinated. And that's why I was happy earlier when you said that, Martin died, because they always talk about, he was killed. They always talk about he died for this, he died. No, he was murdered.
He was murdered. He wasn't even murdered on the balcony.
That part. That part. And that's another conversation. It's like, man, go do your research. I seen them talk, the family the family sued and the family won. Yeah. The family sued and the family won, man. Go do y'all research, man. They trying to bury Dr. King, man.
They still hitting us with black and white photos like Malcolm wasn't a whole photographer with a color camera. And they hitting us with back on just the psychology at play. They gotta keep certain people in a certain place. This is keep you from uprising. The telling you that you've done so much and telling you that all that bad stuff happened so long ago keeps you from uprising in every industry and taking back what's yours.
Carter G. Woodson talked about that. That's powerful, bro.
And I know it seems like we going, but we got to. We leading into Black Heritage Month. We ain't getting to Kanye. I call it heritage. I've been calling it heritage for a long time.
Man, that's powerful.
Because we should be celebrating the things that make us, our essence.
That part.
Not just the struggles we went through. We literally, Vince Staples on an interview years ago said black people sell trauma. That's why we always make all this traumatic shit in movies, music, whatever. We're also sold trauma to make us think that we're supposed to sell trauma. So I'm like, everything. Hey, Issa Rae, bring back First. Bring back that miniseries on YouTube First. That was one of my favorite shows because it wasn't trauma. It was them trying to just fall in love, and it wasn't corny. I'm like, yes. Just seeing two people trying to figure it out. Like, all right, cool. So it's like, man, like they have that's why we're in survival mode, bro. We literally traumatized with everything. We can't even do business with each other. We think good business is bad. When somebody say, send me an invoice, we think it's bad. Oh, bro, you supposed to, what? That's what they supposed to do. I'm supposed to give you a hookup because you my brother, but let me make that decision.
That part. And I there was somebody that I was speaking to recently. They was like, I already figured out the homie discount when I gave you the price. It was already built into it. Shout out to homies, man. I reached out to the homie Sky. He doing his thing with the illustrations. He gonna give me the homie price, but I'm not gonna speak on the homie price because that's not everybody else's price.
Right.
But the homie and me, I'm gonna throw a little bit more up in there just to get you closer to your regular price because I value the work you doing.
Right.
But he built that. I didn't have to ask him for that. I didn't ask for no discount. I was gonna pay whatever his ticket was.
I say, how much was it?
How much is it? Cool. And if I can't afford it, I'm not gonna try to bargain you down. I'll come back when I got the money.
Hey, bro, I appreciate it. I ain't got it right now, but I'm definitely coming back when I get it. And if you feel inclined to do something, cool. And be like, I'm not asking. Because sometimes some people just need to eat. So I ain't mad at it. I do it. My shit. Hey, if I know you might get to 50%.
That part.
That ain't your price. I got a base rate. I tell you, my base is this. My base is this. Just so you know. I don't even say, well, you got any nothing? No, my base rate is this. And if I don't know you, that's the price. After this year, that price will be up.
Yes, sir.
It's going to happen.
Gonna have to.
Hey, inflation is everywhere. So, and it ain't just inflation. If I'm more and more demand, I'm gonna be busier.
That part.
So you got to value my time. And unfortunately, time is money sometimes. In business, time is money. I ain't got the freedom. I got to spend my freedom with my family and with my friends and build something, build a collective. So, it is what it is, man. But we gotta start to stop coming at each other. We got to get out of this trauma. People around me know that how I walk and how I lead, bro. They know how I walk. Like, people don't know I got a temper. The temper is reserved for the enemy. And you ain't my enemy. I always lead and walk with confidence, because when you're in anger and stuff, it's more of a lack of. You feel like you're lacking. So that's why you're lashing. So I have to present myself, and it's not false. It's just I am. I'm not worried about people. I ain't really scared of nothing and nobody. The things that scare me, I guess, ain't got nothing to do with people doing some shit to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I need to do this so I can be better. That puts that nervousness in me, but I remember that nervousness means you just ready. Let's get busy. Work through it. It's like a game. And they say you ain't ready for the game if you ain't nervous.
That part.
Because now that means you going to be on point. You're able to be when you're nervous, channel it. When you channel nervousness correctly, you're able to tap into your breath, to your everything around, and you can feel everything, bro. I have vivid memories of certain moments in games that I played football. They're bored into my brain, bro. Like, I can smell the shit. I was tapped in, nervous, tapped in. I remember making a game-winning interception, then they end up still getting the ball back, scoring. They had to knock down a 2-point conversion on a play they thought was golden. I remember certain things, like I had to be tapped in. I'm nervous, but I'm ready. I'm ready for the fire. Scenarios, percentages, probabilities. And I attack my life like that. What's the probability of us getting this? What we got to offer, what we don't. And some things you got to shoot because you know what you offer. So I can't be stagnant, bro. Because if I'm stagnant, that's going to shift into questioning and then just sitting and doing nothing, squandering opportunities, squandering gifts, and squandering connections. Squandering our ability, bro. Like, we can be a lot. And I'm trying to be a lot. I gotta be a lot. I'm cool with being a lot. When did that not become cool? Everybody want to minimize themselves. Oh, I'm just be it. All of it. That's why I can't tell you who I am. I am what I need to be when I need to be it.
That part in that moment.
So we gotta break free. We gotta break free. Again, these platforms, they aren't ours. These are vehicles. These are tools. I'm using music as a tool. When I'm going to collaborate with artists, I'm building with that human. I'm building with that person. I'm building a rapport. I'm building trust. I'm building dedication. I'm building work ethic with them. They know that I can bring shit into fruition. They know that if I say it's going to happen, it happens. And I don't contact them again until I can make sure it happens. So it's bigger than, he do the show, he's a connecting artist. I'm going to call him when I know I need something to happen. That's what I'm trying to be.
That remind me of that story when you was like, your boy, every time he see you call, he going to answer that mug.
Man, my guy Dante be like, what's up, Jeek, man? I know you got some business for me.
Yep.
Period. He know I'm going to talk about something. I'm not finna waste his time. He busy. He done built the whole studio down in Houston, a collective that's producing for Sci-Hi the Prince and 2 Chainz in them. But I'm like wasting his time. He know when I'm calling it's going to be about something. Some type of thing we doing. It ain't always got to be putting on the show or whatever. I might just be coming in town. We going to connect. We going to build and we going to roll. And you got to be like that. People need to know you for that. For being a procreator. I often say, what's the only purpose of us in this world is to be procreators, not just a recreation. Don't just recreate. I don't care if you're talking about your kids, your business, whatever. You're supposed to be a pro, positive, in the plus. and get it, man.
I love that, man. I think that's a pretty good point to end on right there. Is, man, how are you going to procreate? How is the creation? How are the things that you create and actually making a positive impact and a positive benefit to not only just yourself but those around you? There's another African proverb that says, he who holds me to the self holds himself to the ground. So it's just about understanding that our fates are interconnected. Lift your brother as opposed to holding him down, and maybe you'll lift yourself.
Yes, sir. Man, we could
go.
We could
go.
Let me call D. Hey,
shit, we could go. Hey, get D up in here. Hey, we ain't going nowhere.
Man, we could go. That's gonna have to be a club room ourselves. We gonna just go. And we might stop. Let me stop ideas. Stop. Yeah. It's hard.
Yep.
I don't steal it if you want to. It ain't gonna be shit.
Right.
We already said that.
Shit, we got another one.
Originals only.
Yes, sir.
Originals.
Yes,
the
sir.
originals. So be original. It's still fresh to be original. That's still who get the money. Y'all get little crumbs. Copycats. Be original.
Man, set the wave. Don't follow it.
Man, be distinct. I need to know who you are when I see it. When I hear it. When I feel it. I need to know that's you. You know what I'm saying? Be like the artists out here doing murals. The muralists know. I could paint that, but I gotta just be me. And being me gets you paid in that world. And I'm so happy to see it. You don't see copycats. It's hard. You have to be original. Even if your shit elementary, you gotta be original. Long as it's yours. So that's what we on, man. We gonna be original. I can't even use authentic. They done ran that word to the ground last couple of years. It's a lot of words I won't use. I'm sorry for you. Table. Authentic self. Safe space.
Yeah.
I just ain't using these words. I'm not an anarchist yet, but anti a lot of shit. Man, anti-radio, man. Artists need time in radio. Anti-radio. So let's get out of here before we just have the young guy missing school and shit.
Yeah. Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the young guy, man.
But yeah, man. Shit, that was the convo. Follow us on everything. You'll see the link in the bios. We on Amazon, Google, Spotify. I don't even remember. We on everything.
We on everything. Audible.
Everything. We also follow us on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. We still pushing. So get to the content, and man, we appreciate the support. I hope we said something that got you lit. If you disagree, comment. If you agree, comment. If you a hater, say your name. If you're a follower, you a representative, man, go and represent. And with that, man, I forgot to say my name. This is Giddy Jicky with it.
And this your other host, Johnny No Good.
Spell it.
Ah, man, see, look. Hey, I was going to do it different because you kept on talking about it. But this your other host, Johnny. That's KNOG, double O, add a D. And we out of here. Peace.
Easy.
The beats, the flow, the rhythm. All movement starts from the streets. Streets A&R Podcast.